And the 15-year-old Summer McIntosh from Canada in lane 5. Personal best of 4:01.5 seconds.
Away they go, and just dwelling on the blocks there was the young Canadian, Summer McIntosh. Ledecky away nicely. And there's been a lot of anticipation over this race and the other distance races featuring Ledecky, the GOAT, as they say, the greatest of all time. And she wants to prove a point or two here, and she lost her world record to Titmus just a short time ago, and maybe that's on her mind here to get it back.
Yeah, that's it. Ledecky there in the right of the yellow lanes, getting pushed early from the two young swimmers. That's Pallister from Australia above her, and Summer McIntosh trying to go with her across his first 100 metres, but now coming out of that first turn, it's Katie Ledecky putting a half body length on them. And as we mentioned earlier this morning, she's made changes since the Olympic Games last year. She's moved programs, moved to train at the University of Florida with the men's distance team over there. So trying to still make changes to find improvement at 25 years of age and 10 years at the top. And of course, aiming to get that world record back from Ariane Titmus.
She leads, but she's not getting away from them in the early stages here. Pallister was hanging on, but McIntosh has moved into second place now, lane 5, the Canadian, as they work their way up to the 150-metre mark. And it's Ledecky who's in front of McIntosh. Pallister back in third.
Yeah, 29.9 split there for Katie Ledecky, so she's moving quicker than the rest of the women in the field now, and we see a much improved kick from Katie Ledecky than what we've seen in the last couple of years. So those feet coming out of the water with a constant 6-beat kick behind her. Summer McIntosh hanging onto those feet right there, about a body length back. So she's trying to push early, Summer McIntosh, to go with Ledecky. Let's look at the halfway split.
12/100ths outside world record pace, 156.99 for Ledecky. McIntosh holding down second, Pallister in third. It'd be in lane number 2 there. Smith in fourth placing, just in front of Melverton. Then you go back to Fairweather, Ghost and Tang.
Right on world record pace, just 0.1 over. This next 100 metres will be pretty important, but Summer McIntosh having the race of her life as well, just to stay within range of Katie Ledecky. But it's Ledecky in front, 0.18 over world record split, so she's right on. She's right there, Mike.
It's going to be an exciting last 100 metres. The world record standing at 356.4, set by Ariane Titmus in Adelaide on the 22nd of May, just last month, a few weeks ago. And now Katie Ledecky, who held that record for so long, wants to get it back. She's cleared out. McIntosh about a length behind. Then there's a big gap to Smith and also Pallister. She's just outside world record pace by about half a second.
Yeah, she's dropped off on that last 50 there, about half a second over, and McIntosh actually outsplit her across that lap. So the 15-year-old hanging on tight to Katie Ledecky, but we'll see if she can switch gears, Ledecky, and try and find that extra speed on the way home. Just 75 metres to go.
Ledecky it is. McIntosh, it's a bold race by the young Canadian, the 25-year-old Ledecky, the 15-year-old McIntosh. Tight for third between Smith and Pallister, just over a second outside world record pace as they turn for the last time. And it's Ledecky in front. She's clearing away. She's got just over 25 to swim, and she beats the challenge here by McIntosh. She clears off. McIntosh still second, Smith in third, and then it'll be Pallister. But here comes Katie Ledecky. Ledecky looking for World Championship gold medal number 16, and she takes it in the women's 400 metres free in a championship record time. McIntosh the silver and Smith the bronze. Ledecky back on top, 3:58.15. Titmus's world record. Ledecky with the gold medal. McIntosh the silver. And Summer McIntosh, just 15 years of age, the youngest in the field here. She's already claimed silver in the 400 metres, and here she is. That's the 400 free, naturally enough, and here she is in the 200 butterfly. So away they go. Quickly off the blocks there was Zhang Yufei in lane 2. We've got the Canadian, the 15-year-old in 4, Summer McIntosh, flanked by the 2 Americans, Smith and Flickner.
Yeah, expect Zhang to go out hard. That's her style. Silver medalist in the 100 fly in Budapest, so she's not in her best form, but she's still swimming at a world-class level. Already a body length clear. Going out with her as well in 3, Regan Smith. So Smith just trying to hang on to the feet of Zhang Yufei, and also McIntosh not too far away.
So it's Zhang and then Smith and then McIntosh. Flickner is 4th and then Puda. 6th place to Bach. Deckers is 7th and Kappisch is in 8th place.
Yeah, they start to reel in Zhang now. That was a good turn from Smith. She's great coming off the turn, so watch for her to explode off this 100-metre wall. Still with the lead is Zhang. McIntosh making a strong move. It's the Olympic champion in front. Zhang Yufei by half a second over Smith. McIntosh in 3rd and 4th place to Flickner. Puda is 5th as they work their way up the 3rd 50. And now the move has come. Lane number 3, Smith, has taken over. And going with her, it's McIntosh and Flickner. Yeah, this is the money lap now. Zhang just tightening up a little bit. Smith came off that wall as expected, and McIntosh coming into the lead. The young Canadian, there she goes. Couple of powerful strokes. She's a half body length in front. So Canada looking for a gold medal here through the youngster, Summer McIntosh. She leads from Smith, and Zhang is back there in 3rd. Flickender's in 4th as they work to bring it home now. And in lane number 3, it's Regan Smith. She's taken over. Smith there in the black cap, the top of the yellow lines. And now through the middle goes Summer McIntosh. McIntosh has taken over, and she's careering away. It's the 15-year-old, the kid, the girl, the champion from Canada who takes the gold medal. Well done, Summer McIntosh, in a world junior record, a gold medal at 15. She claims the gold, Summer McIntosh, one of the youngest world champions we've seen this century. Championship gold. And a world junior record. Summer McIntosh at 15, a world champion. And our fastest qualifier here, the 15-year-old Summer McIntosh, the winner of the 200 butterfly and silver medalist in the 400 free. The young star, Summer McIntosh. So away they go. This is a tough race. McIntosh and Grimes, the youngsters in 4 and 5. Hoshu's getting out hard there in the white cap towards the top of the screen. It's going to be a great race. Yeah, it's going to be a battle, as it always is in the 400 individual medley. McIntosh in that red suit. She won gold in the 200 fly earlier this week, so we know she's going to be strong through the first 2 laps of this one. Grimes going to try and go with her through the first part of the race, but McIntosh, the 15-year-old Canadian, already 3 medals here in Budapest, one of them gold. She's strong across all 4 strokes and really pushing the pace early. Hoshu up there in the top of the screen, sitting in about 3rd or 4th position. But McIntosh already building up a big lead with Grimes next to her and Wayant above the yellow lane. She won silver at the Olympics last year. She's well back. What a start this is by McIntosh and Grimes. They're separated by less than 0.3 of a second. They're a second under world record pace. Into the backstroke with breaststroke and free to go. It is Grimes perhaps taking over from McIntosh. Stroke for stroke they are. In 3rd place it'll be lane number 6, Guy of China. And then perhaps across to Hoshu in 2. Oh, how good to see these 2 young swimmers, both born 2006, just race this one head-to-head. Grimes looked good through that first 25, but McIntosh just getting over the top of her now, still under world record pace. McIntosh looked much stronger on the breaststroke split this morning when they swam next to each other through the heat, so Grimes knows she needs to hang on to this backstroke. She needs to push up and touch as close as she can to McIntosh if she wants to be competitive through the next 100.
McIntosh it is from Grimes, and then there's three of them almost in a line for third placing. How the crowd would love Hoshu to get a medal. She's up there just behind Gi and Ohashi as they get to the halfway point, and it's McIntosh who leads from Grimes. She's increased the lead to 1.3. She's 0.42 under world record pace.
Wow, still under world record at the 200. There's really no limits as to what both of these swimmers can do, especially Summer McIntosh. So we'll see what happens to that world record line through this first lap of the breaststroke. That world record, 4:26.3. That's Hoshu's world mark from the Rio Olympics. There we go, that line's just inching away, and McIntosh is just getting ahead of Grimes now as well.
And Hoshu it is who has moved into third. So they go up now with 1:50 to swim. They'll take it back with breaststroke, and then they'll go into the freestyle. The margin is stretched out over 2 seconds now. McIntosh over Grimes. The crowd roars as the board says Hoshu's carrying in third at the moment.
Oh, she's swimming a brave race, Hoshu in the white cap. Just ahead there, trying to be in a medal-winning position. Wyant from the US, she's a breaststroke specialist. She's coming through in this 100, as is Ohashi down the bottom of the pool in 7. But right now, all we can see is McIntosh and Grimes. McIntosh extending that lead out. She's the silver medalist in the 400 free here. She pushed Katie Ledecky in that one, so we know she's going to fly on this last 100.
As she turns now into the freestyle, almost 2 seconds in front of Grimes. Wyant is back there in third. Ohashi is fourth. Hoshu's back in fifth. And they've got just over 75 to swim.
Yeah, McIntosh still with a body length lead, but I wouldn't quite rule out Katie Grimes at this point. She's just trying to hang on to her. They've both got a 6-speed kick now. They're throwing everything at this freestyle leg, but it's still McIntosh in front.
McIntosh with just over 50 to go. She's already won a gold here. Will it be a second? She leads by now just under a second over Grimes. Wyant, the second of the Americans, in third. Hoshu's moved up to fourth, and she's got the crowd at her back. Summer McIntosh, 25 to go. Grimes is doing her best to mow her down. It's the American after the Canadian. McIntosh, she won't let this one slip by. It's Summer McIntosh enjoying her summer in Budapest. She takes the gold medal, the world junior record. Grimes takes the silver and Wyant the bronze. Hoshu comes home just out of the placings in fourth.
She's exhausted, and what a week of racing it's been here in Budapest for Summer McIntosh. 2 gold medals individually, plus a silver in that 400 free. What a star.
World junior record. Summer McIntosh, what a swim. Taking gold over Grimes, who takes the silver, and Wyant the bronze. Out there in lane number 1.
Watch for the Canadians in 6. Powerful team here. 15-year-old Summer McIntosh will lead them off. Sanchez, Taylor Ruck, and Penny Alexiak.
Off in the 4x200 metres freestyle relay. Yoshi leading off Japan in 1. Then Padar of Hungary in 2. Weinstein, the youngster of the USA, in 3. Wilson of Australia in 4. Tang China in 5. McIntosh of Canada in lane number 6. Baldacchini of Brazil in 7. And Fairweather of New Zealand in lane 8.
Through the first 50 there, it is Summer McIntosh from Canada, getting him out to an early lead. We've seen her already win a gold medal tonight in the 200 fly, so she's backing up that performance. Looks really fresh through the first part of this race. Maddie Wilson for the Australian team, just sitting there in second. And it's a really important lead-off for the Americans. They're just to the right of the yellow lanes. That's a 15-year-old leading them off. Claire Weinstein, she swam a personal best time in the 200 free semi-finals, but it wasn't good enough to make the finals in the individual swim. So Weinstein needs to keep the Americans close, because they'll be behind until Ledecky jumps in on that third leg.
Canada continues to lead by about a length and a half now. It's Australia holding down second place. Moving through into third would be China, and across the United States currently in fourth position. But it's a really good first leg this for the Canadians.
Yeah, wow, McIntosh really opening him up through that third 50. She didn't swim this race individually, but she was great on that 400 freestyle a few days ago. 1.75 seconds with 50 metres to go. Wilson can finish off hard here for the Australians, but McIntosh, what a huge opening split this is for the Canadians.
And what a huge night it is for Summer McIntosh, an individual gold medal, and she's giving Canada every chance of taking another medal here. This is a big lead as far as she's concerned. She goes in now, and she makes the changeover. Sanchez is in the water there. Australia now have Neal. The United States have Smith.
Unbelievable, 154.7 for the 15-year-old McIntosh. That would have won individual gold in the 200 freestyle last night. So the Canadians with a large lead, as you can see. Sanchez in the water now. She's more of a 100-metre swimmer. She's the weakest swimmer on this Canadian team. So if Sanchez can just hold a lead, then the Canadian women are in a real fight for the gold medal. In the water for the Australian team is Leah Neal. She swam well in the heats this morning to earn her spot on this finals team. And for the Americans, that's Leah Smith in there as well, the experienced Leah Smith. China are well back now.
And the United States moving up on level terms with Australia now. The United States with Ledecky to swim the next leg, and then Bella Sims. Australia with Melverton, O'Callaghan to come. And our leaders there will call upon Taylor Ruck and Penny Alexiak. It is still Canada out there in front, Australia in second, and then the United States. Fourth would be China, but they're a couple of lengths behind the USA. And after that, you'd go across to Hungary, and then Brazil, New Zealand and Japan.
Nah, China are gone. They won't be competing for the gold in this race tonight. It's Canada. That lead's just shrinking a little bit. Leah Neal starting to reel in Sanchez. 1.16 with 50 to go. Sanchez needs to hang tough before she hands off to Taylor Ruck. So Ruck was in that individual final last night, and Alexiak, well, we know what her relay credentials are. Big last 50 here for the Australians.
Neal is closing the gap. This is a terrific swim by Leah Neal. They might almost turn in front. I think they will. Sanchez is really tiring here as far as Canada's concerned, and Australia's taken over the lead with Melverton in the water now. Canada holding down second. Taylor Ruck's there, and Katie Ledecky's dived in for the USA.
All right, Ledecky's in the water, so this is where it'll change a little bit. There she is in the black cap on the right of screen. She's racing the shortest event in the pool for her this week in Budapest. Taylor Ruck looking good. The Canadians again back into the lead. Ruck swam a great 156 last night individually, so it's been a return to form for Ruck and the Australian teams. That was a good split from Neal. They're just sitting in second place now, and Kia Melverton gets her chance on this 4x200 relay for the first time.
That gap is closing all the time. Australia, and in particular the USA, have reeled in Canada, and Ledecky's taken the lead for the USA, or just about. She will in a moment. Canada holding on to the lead. The USA through Ledecky. She goes through with 100 to swim of her leg. 0.28 Canada over Australia and the USA.
Oh, it's a good one. It's a good one at the 500-metre mark. We knew it would be shaping like this, and the Australians just dropping back there with Melverton. Big 50 coming up for Ledecky. She can see across the field now. She's just got ahead of Melverton. Now she can see where Ruck is. Ledecky's going to put a body length on him on this 50.
Ledecky for the United States taking over the lead. Taylor Ruck is hanging in there for Canada. She's looking tired. Australia half a second away from the USA. After that, it'd be China, and then there's a distance back to the other teams.
Yeah, Ledecky needs the biggest lead as she can for her team here, because Bella Sims is probably the slowest of the three anchor swimmers here. Ledecky will hand off to Sims. Ruck's fading now. This isn't so good for the Canadians. Oh, Ruck's gone out of it. Ruck is shot.
So we get to the last of the changeovers. Ledecky handing over to Sims, and Melverton to O'Callaghan for Australia, and Ruck to Alexiak. This is a race on to the finish. Molly O'Callaghan is in second place, and she's trying to reel in her American opponent there, Bella Sims, but Alexiak might have a say in things as well.
Oh, they're a bit far back, the Canadians. That was a painful last 25 for Taylor Ruck. It's Bella Sims, the 17-year-old now with a big lead. O'Callaghan, well, we saw her have a great semi in that 100 freestyle earlier tonight. She was a silver medalist individually. Wouldn't this be something if she could chase the Americans?
The Americans extending the lead now. Australia in second place and Canada in third, back to China. And then we go a long way back, Brazil and New Zealand, across to Hungary and Japan, as they've got just over 100 to swim here. And it's the USA with a very handy break. Sims over O'Callaghan, the margin 1.4.
Yeah, Sims was good this morning, 155.9 on the split. O'Callaghan, well, she's been 154 last month individually. This lead, if she can get this lead around about 1 second, then we know she can explode off that last wall and really sprint home. But Bella Sims looking great now for the American team. They're not far off world record line as well.
So the USA it is in front, and this looks as if it's a lead that is going to stay that way. Sims for the United States, O'Callaghan, Australia, and Alexiak for Canada. 1, 2, 3, as they have about 25 to swim. And the USA, they've been strong. They've got stronger as they've gone on. Weinstein, Smith, Ledecky, and Sims. And now there's a race for third. But it's all about the USA. Australia will take the silver medal. Canada will hold on for bronze. And the fast-finishing China finishes in fourth. Championship record here for the USA. A time 7:41.45. Record here. 7:41.45.